So I get a message in my Instagram DMs the other day from a guy called Jonah. I'm trying to get into classic style and was wondering what 8 essentials you would choose, from clothes to accessories and everything in between. Well, I told Jonah that rather than just reply to him there, I would make a whole video about this. And in this video, I'm not going to tell you about the super obvious stuff like a suit or Oxford shoes. I was thinking about the pieces that you can get the most use and enjoyment out of as somebody who is new to dressing well. So let's start off with my first suggestion. If you're yet to experience high quality knitwear, it's going to change your perception of what is possible with layering. If you're like most guys, then the knitwear in your collection consists of things like this. But I would highly suggest picking up a new sweater, either crewneck or v-neck, or a cardigan made of merino wool, cashmere or lamb's wool. And look for interesting knits like a fisherman or a ribbed knit. These high quality knitwear pieces will be perfect for dressing up in a way that still feels approachable and accessible. You could start off by layering your knitwear over Oxford shirts, or you could try layering it with a sports coat. And when you decide to add a tie, wearing knitwear is also going to lower the formality a little bit. So when you're choosing your first knitwear piece, look for fabrics like Supima cotton, cashmere, or just pure merino wool. One of my favorite knitwear pieces is this cashmere v-neck sweater from Brooks Brothers. So it has a deep V which gives it a vintage edge, and it's perfect for wearing either with a tie or with an open collar. So I'll have the link to this one in the description. It's also available in grey and light and dark brown. One of the biggest changes that happens when you become interested in dressing well is you no longer just wear jeans every single day. It's no longer your de facto choice, and you open up your mind to other possibilities below the waistline. A great place to start would be with 1 or 2 pairs of chinos. Now, also known as khakis in the US, they're most commonly seen in these 2 colors. But if you want to be a well-dressed gentleman, you want to stand out a little. So I would suggest 2 other colors that are also going to be more versatile: olive green and charcoal gray. These will be much easier to pair with your knitwear and sports coats than khakis. And they have the same kind of versatility as jeans, but they're so much easier to dress up. And although they appear more subtle than khakis, they're actually more unusual. So easier to pull off, plus more stylish equals an obvious choice in my opinion. Charles Tillett offers their ultimate chinos for $79 a pair, with 17 different colors and 3 different fits to choose from. They're made with 97% cotton and 3% stretch for that added comfort. If you want to start wearing a tie more often, there is no better place to start than with a knitted tie. The texture of a knit makes it slightly less formal than a silk tie, so it's easier to wear in a world that's often very dressed down. When it comes to the color, I would choose something in a dark tone but not black. Something that will go with pretty much everything. So that's navy, tobacco brown, or my personal favorite, burgundy. You'll see me wearing my burgundy knit tie a lot because it lends a subtle yet sophisticated edge to my outfits. It's very easy to add and it never clashes with the other pieces in my closet. If you want an affordable knit tie that's made of 100% silk, look no further than Tie Bar. And I'll have the link for this one and all of its different color variations in the description box. Now, my first foray into wearing classic styles of shoes, just for the fun of it, was with loafers. There are a lot of reasons why loafers are essential. Obviously, a leather shoe is more dressy and stylish than your everyday pair of sneakers. But unlike Oxfords or Derbies, loafers feel light on your feet and put a spring in your step. They're versatile enough that you could wear them with everything from a suit and tie to a pair of shorts. And there are so many different options of loafers available that you can just pick the one that you like the most. Maybe you'll go with a simple and classic penny loafer. Maybe the horsebit is a bit more up your alley. Or perhaps the more flamboyant among us might prefer the tassel loafer. Personally, I own all 3 styles. But if you're looking for your first pair of loafers, I think a pair of penny loafers in oxblood leather would be a great starting point. For example, this pair here by Thursday Boots. I'm assuming that you already have a navy or a charcoal suit for the serious occasions in life, like a funeral. So after that, you're going to get the most enjoyment and use out of a blazer or a sports coat. And I'm going to use those terms interchangeably here because the purpose of them is basically the same. A common beginner mistake among people who want to dress up is wearing their suit jacket with jeans or chinos. And personally, I made that mistake myself too. But the design of a suit jacket is not suited to these more casual outfits. With your blazer, choose something with interesting buttons that stand out. or get a sports coat with a slightly rugged texture that makes the outfit overall more casual. I think wearing a blazer can be a huge gateway for classic style. At least it was for me. It gives you a bigger presence in the room and makes you feel more confident. You feel ready for whatever life throws at you when you're wearing this. A grey wool sports coat is a very versatile option, especially if you live somewhere that experiences all 4 seasons. I love, and I know you guys love, this grey Harris Tweed sports coat by Brooks Brothers, which I actually bought in anticipation knowing that I was moving to New York and I was going to need something for when it gets a little chillier. And I'll have the link for this one in the description too. Classic style doesn't always mean dressing formally. Sometimes it's about being elegant while also being casual. So I would get a casual jacket in a classic style to add to your rotation. This is something you can wear with your Oxford shirts, your polo shirts, or your t-shirts. A great choice would be a suede trucker or bomber jacket. You know, I like suede because it stands out from the crowd. It's not leather, it's not cotton, it's certainly not an artificial fabric like nylon. Suede is rare, adult, and luxurious. For some inspiration, take a look at this jacket worn by Daniel Craig as James Bond. And he is a great character to look at for examples of elegant casual style. So you could also wear something in tan, or maybe a more subtle tone like navy or olive green. It's totally up to you. The one I have is by Selected, but sadly this is no longer available. So instead you could check out this trucker jacket by Spear and Mackay. But whatever you choose, I would just go for something that is genuine suede. That's going to make it look luxurious and elegant and ensure that it lasts you a very long time. So pretty much every guy has some kind of watch that he wears on his wrist. But a lot of guys these days are wearing a smartwatch. Now that's okay if you're at the gym or you're on a run, but you really want to invest in a classic wristwatch. This is going to be the crowning piece to all of your outfits and the only accessory you really need. Personally, I don't go for large or flashy watches. That's why I really like the Seiko 5. It's classic, it's subtle, and it can be worn anytime from going to the gym to a business meeting. But you might also prefer a dress watch with a leather strap. If you're still building your wardrobe, as I am, I wouldn't worry about investing tons of money into a Rolex, a Breitling, or an Omega. If you only have the watch, but the rest of your outfit is bad, you'll look like the guy who has the money, but not the style. I would look to Japanese watchmakers like Seiko, Citizen, and Orient, who make high quality, classic styles at affordable prices. After all, if your watch is stealing the limelight, that says something negative about the rest of your outfit. So let's say you've got a beautiful sports coat on, maybe you're wearing a sweater underneath or a tie, you've got your shiny loafers and a stunning timepiece on your wrist. What could totally ruin this outfit and undo all of your hard work? A shabby overcoat. A lot of people overlook outerwear, but your coat is going to be the #1 thing that makes or breaks your style for months of the year. For your first overcoat, you want to choose something that will go with the majority of your outfits. For most guys, this will be a navy, black, or charcoal single-breasted overcoat. This will look good with your suit, your sweater, or your jeans. Much like the other pieces we've spoken about in this video, the fabric of your coat is going to be very important. Not only to keep you warm, but also to create that timeless, luxurious aesthetic. For example, this one by Suit Supply is made of 100% pure wool for $4.99. Gentlemen, let me know in the comments, what gaps are you still looking to fill in your closet? Maybe you're looking to build your collection of ties, or get into wearing knitwear more often. Now we have the essentials down, it's time to start thinking about putting your own take on this style. For some help with that, check out my video on the 5 variations of the old money style. From nautical to countryside, I'll give you some suggestions on how you could put your own unique take on classic menswear ensembles. And until the next one, guys, thank you very much for watching.